Guys, Coach Kurt. This video is going to be mainly about gripping, where you can grip, my favorite places to grip. We're going to talk a little bit about no-gi gripping and gi gripping and the difference. Of course, no-gi is going to be your wrestling type tie-ups because you have nothing to grab onto. So you're going to do a lot of underhooks, overhooks, pummel into the opponent, into a duck under or an arm pass. You get the idea. Versus you can still do those things in the gi, but there's friction to the gi in a street fight scenario or self-defense or a law enforcement control tactics scenario. You'd be grabbing the jacket or so forth. Here I am pummeling, again, a no-gi entries and then demonstrating the arm pass. I cover that a lot in all my videos. I think the standing clinch range is probably the most important range, which is why if you've watched my last video, you saw that I took up judo. I think that Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is terrific, but a lot of Jiu-Jitsu schools, I think, have dropped the ball as far as how much stand-up they do. Very effective when they do it. If you have like an MMA-based school that incorporates takedowns, that's all terrific. And then you start adding in strikes and so forth. It's a different world, and I just demonstrated what I call the VA strike. You've seen me talk about that before. It's a quick little atemiwaza strike, distracting, causing some pain and discomfort, but definitely no injury. It's basically to help kazushi, off-balance the opponent. It's just another way to do it. But on the screen now, you're just seeing a lot of no-gi type stuff where someone's grabbing your wrist, or maybe even an article of clothing like a shirt, but nothing substantial like a jacket. And a lot of the same throws can be done in no-gi versus gi. And here my coach, former Coach Colton, just does a shoulder throw on me when we were doing some clinch sparring. Here I am with my friend Aiken, and I'm doing a head and shoulder throw where, he's throwing a punch. I'm tying up with the head and shoulder and doing the throw. So obviously a lot of the same throws apply. But there's a big argument in the jiu-jitsu world, what's more important, gi or no gi, and I suggest to you that both are equally important. You should do 50-50. Here's example of the same throw with the gi and without the gi. You saw the no-gi version, and here's the gi version. Not all situations are the same, and you see that I've used this one on the job. I explained that in a previous video. If you have questions, ask me in the comments. But this is grabbing the sleeve. I'm a huge fan. In judo, we grab collars, sleeves. There's the Georgian grip where you go over the back, over the top of the shoulder. There's all these different places you grab. I'm a huge fan of grabbing the sleeves whenever possible because, they all say watch the hands kill. Well, if you can control the hands, it's a great way to control your subject. And a lot of the same throws you do from a collar and sleeve throw, you can do from a double sleeve throw. But here you see me demonstrating just your standard collar and sleeve grips. I'm new to judo, so I'm learning this stuff. I thought I knew how to do throws and takedowns, and the first couple classes in judo, I realized I had a lot to learn. Tremendous martial art for standing, throwing, takedowns, your knee waza, everything on your feet. Judo's terrific for that. Luckily, I already have a strong background in Hapkido and Taiho Jitsu, and I've done Aikido and stuff, so my Ukemi was solid, so I can hit the ground running. But here I am demonstrating sleeve grips, and I'm being gentle because Aiken hasn't done a lot of Ukemi, not a lot of falling and rolling, which is a huge important thing to learn. Here I am saying you can load the individual up and carry them, and you should be able to do that without any problem if you're doing the throw correctly. Here I am demonstrating the throws with the throwing dummy. Now, it's really nice to have a throwing dummy. I threw a gi on this. If you're curious, that's a size 6 judo gi, so it fits over the dummy well. They fit kind of weird, but so you have to get a little bigger. But that is a double sleeves throw I'm doing on the dummy. And again, nice to have a dummy because you can only throw an uke so much in class, it's nice to get the drills in. Here I am drilling the kazushi, where I'm getting the step back, opening the arms, and controlling the sleeves. And again, I'm demonstrating the sleeve more than the sleeve and collar. I'm a big fan of the double sleeve grip for the reason I suggested you earlier. The fact that if you control the hands, you control any possibility of them going for a weapon. Here I was demonstrating from the side, like if I were going to enter it from the side. It's a little difficult with a dummy because it's a balance game. So it's nice to get the practice in on a dummy, but it's also super nice to have a friendly opponent, someone that you can play with to play uke for you. And here I am loading, just going through the motions, practicing the motion with the kazushi, and occasionally just doing the uchikomi where you're loading up the dummy. But throwing dummy is for throwing, so most of this is just entering for the throw. Again, I'm stepping into the box in a triangle step, and here's a different angle. Maybe you can see it, how I'm grabbing the sleeve. This is how I was practicing how I might enter it on the street against somebody or in a control tactics situation, and I'm just throwing them over the shoulder. Ipansio Nage, I guess, a variation of that. Here I am with the Russian 2-on-1 tie, and how I might, if they bend the arm in, how I might go for an underhook and then transition to a collar and sleeve. I think I do a standard Seonage here. Yeah, I was just doing a standard grabbing the sleeve and grabbing the collar. But guys, I'm beating a dead horse. I just want to emphasize the importance of grip and the importance of gi. At my jiu-jitsu school, we do gi 50% of the time. During the fall and winter months, we do gi, and during the summer months, we do no gi. I suggest you do both as well. Everybody take care and stay safe.
I have no idea who's winning. I am.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.